Let's go ahead and invite. We have with us the president for CSR for Modern Road Makers Private Limited, and to share the veteran member point of view. And this would be interesting for me, considering that I come from a defense background. My papa was in the Indian Navy, so I'm really looking forward to this session. Let's welcome on stage Wing Commander Naresh Taneja.
Good afternoon. I have a tough act to follow after Ankit. So I don't know whether I'll be able to do justice what is expected of me. Frankly, I myself don't know what is expected out of me. So I guess it should be easier, because if you don't know where you want to go, any road will take you there. So here I am. Before I talk or give my perspective on veterans' view on diversity and inclusion, or how to make D&I strategy more effective for the local impact, let me tell something about myself. I was born in Rajasthan, Bikaner, to a migrant family which fled Pakistan post-partition riots. So I was a refugee's child. We were sheltered in a place by government which was a Muslim locality. And we grew up with the tag of Sharanarthi, that is refugee or refugees' children. So that was the first identity which we formed. We, in the sense that we children in our family. And then we used to wonder what is Sharanarthi, what is, why we are here, why we are always pointed out. Then gradually it got internalized, and then came to know that, okay, we don't belong here. We are the outsiders. We are the migrants. We were forced to come here. This is not our home. So those type of questions, are, I'm sure everybody in LGBTQ community also finds themselves. So some of what Ankit said resonated and still resonates at deeper level with us also. I still consider myself an outsider because I'm trying to fit in the different roles which life has put me through. Now, I think part of the reason was for joining the Air Force was maybe to get even with the Pakistanis. That's why I think I joined. I left my MSc Geology to join MA Psychology. I did my psychology to understand why people behave the way they behave. We are also same, we are human beings. We have feelings, we have thoughts, we laugh, we cry on the same things which we all do. But still we are, why we are separate, why we are not one of them. So the need to belong and the desire to punish, these were the motivations for me to leave my PhD in biology, zoology, and join psychology, and then join army. I wanted to join army, but the first thing which came across was Air Force, so I joined Air Force. I got selected, I went training, and that's where I started liking Air Force, because first thing which they did during the training itself, or during recruitment stage itself, they removed our names. We were cadet number 1 or candidate number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no identity at all. We were given what is called chest numbers, though now it sounds quite sexual or discriminative, but it is a cloth piece which a number given. And for 5 days when our interviews happen, we are known only by our chest numbers. 57, come here, 32, go there, all that stuff. So when you lose your identity, then your identity means when you lose your labels, that is the time your real self comes out. You're not bothered whether you're Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Isai, Parsi, Punjabi, Rajasthani. You are just a number. Just a number means you are a human being. So you could be yourself. That's what they check during the testing. That is one of the aspects, whether you are able to gel along or whether you still find the differences in the skin color or the way you eat your mango, whether you cut it or... So during training, these things continue. You are known by your service number. You are appointed a service number. Once you get a service number, that remains part of you forever. So my service number is 14948F. That is my service number. So even the current chief of the army staff, if I ask him what is your service number, he'll have some figure like 600539 or something like that. But he'll instantly recognize that, oh, this guy is very senior. Probably I don't look that old. But to tell you the truth, I spent 22 years in the Air Force and remaining 25 in the corporate sector. So given 3 more years, I'm just waiting for 3 more years before archaeological department classifies me a historical figure. So hopefully I'll get there. So all these experiences in the Air Force and different corporate sectors which I have worked in. I worked in manufacturing. I worked in IT. I worked in global conglomerates which had fingers in every pie type, starting from automobiles to shipping to travel agencies to banking to fertilizers, except fashion and haircut salon, they were everywhere. And they had more pies than the fingers of the whole board. And then finally, last 16 years, I've been here in IRB infrastructure, which is into highways and tolling and airport. So these, the sole point of telling you all that is, I've been through various situations and seen various kind of discriminations happening. So I always handled with 2 simple questions. One is why? Why has been my guiding star, my North Pole. Why? Why is to question the established norms? Why is to break the stereotypes? Why should you do this? Why? You tell me. Give me a reason. Give me a reason. Ask 2 or 3 whys, then people start fumbling for answer. And you should not mix around with Muslims. Why? Oh, they are very unclean. Who told you? Why they are unclean? They don't take bath. Have you seen them? Oh, no. Then can you say that they are unclean? No. So maybe you're wrong, right? Right. So ask 2 or 3 whys in a sequence, and then you'll find the real truth comes out. And that has been my guiding principle, dealing with diversity, inclusion. One of our earliest influence on inclusion was my mother, who had a friend who was a eunuch. He used to come to our house. We used to sit, we used to have tea with him. He was like, one of the uncles who was coming at the home. And we never felt any different. He would talk to us, he would guide us, he would support us. He even took tuition for me. He taught me maths, which I failed. Of course, I still can't add 2 plus 2. So, why has been my guiding principle, and why not is another question which has been guiding me. Why not? Why not gives me the focus to explore new things, to see things in a new way, to tell others. There are different ways of looking at things than what society tells you. You don't have to follow them. Do you? No. You are your own individual. You have your own self. God has made each one of us differently. Even though we may look alike outside, we are still different. Isn't it? So each person is unique. Each person, you are unique. You don't have to lose your identity with others. You are a part of society, but you are not influenced by the society. So why not gives you the freedom to choose, to explore, to try out, to think differently. And being different is different, right? It's different. One of my first bosses in the Air Force, he gave me some tough assignment and very short time and hardly any resources, a classic cocktail for failure. So he said that it needs to be done. I said, sir, it can't be done. So he said, why? I said, time is less. Then, sir, resources are less. He said, did you ask? I said, no. Why did you accept? I said, sir, that's why I'm telling you why it can't be done. He said, no. Don't tell me why it can't be done. Tell me how it can be done. So why not gives me that focus to say, okay, if it can't be done this way, why not that way? Why not this way? So experiment. So when you use these two, I've been using these two principles or guiding mantras in my corporate lives also. So when I wanted to start recruiting lady or female engineers in my company 16 years back, so my boss said, no, you can't. I said, why not, sir? He says, no, see, we work on the road and these ladies will find it difficult. We work day and night. Sometimes they'll have to be at the plant. I said, then why they are doing the engineering degree? They are doing the engineering degree. They are studying civil engineering. They know they'll have to work for buildings and bridges and roads. If they want to do, they've studied, why don't we give them a chance? And then you keep telling me, bring the people, there is shortage of people. When I'm trying to bring people, then you're telling me, don't bring. He said, okay, go ahead. So I went ahead and then I recruited lots of female engineers. Some of them are still working with us. Few of them have become very senior positions also. In same way, when we started our tolling business here, and it's again the same problem. They say that necessity is mother of invention. So again, the shortage problem. People keep moving frequently. Why don't you do something about it and do massive recruitment drive? I said, sir, we'll keep the female candidates also. No, tolls, people come, truck drivers and night time and they, what, they are drunk and they'll misbehave and all. I said, sir, okay. Then what else? He says, they may not like to come in. Night shift they'll not do. Okay, sir. I noted. I'll note your concerns and then I'll answer them. He said, okay. So what else? The parents might not agree. Okay. So 3-4 main concerns bordered on their safety, the behavior of the other people with them, especially the drunkards and the rowdies and one odd gundas or mawalis in Mumbai language. That was the main concern. So we advertised for the female candidates only for first few vacancies, which were about 20 odd vacancies. And then we had more than 100 applications coming in for that. So I went with that bunch. Without interviews, I went with the bunch to the boss and said, sir, there are 100 applications for 20 this thing. All their parents know that they have applied for us. Okay, so one part is taken care of. Second is their safety. We'll take care of their safety. Our tolls are not far away from the cities. The nearest railway stations or bus station will pick them up and drop them. And regarding the behavior, you will be, and we all were surprised. Behavior improved of the commuters' behavior improved. We hardly had any complaint about rowdy behavior. This thing when females are sitting there, people behave gently. Of course, this is again a bias sort of thing. They should. So, but in any case, they were not troubled. That was the long and short of it. Same way, about 15 years back, we said, sir, we work in these places. What we are doing for the society around us, we should do something. He said, okay, you do something. I said, yes, jo bole wo kundi khole. Okay, so that's in Punjabi. This is a saying, jo bole wo kundi khole. Husband and wife, they were sleeping in the night. Somebody knocked at the door. And husband said that, there's somebody at the door, go and open. He said, you heard it? Yeah, I heard it. Then go and open the door. So, I said, okay, you do it something. Then we started social initiatives. Social initiative was involving that local population and including them in our agenda of development by providing them the education, quality education. So that was much before the CSR became the norm. Okay. So those students, there were 600-700 students they were studying there now in 2 schools. They are our biggest ambassadors. They are our future employees. They are our guardians. When some things happen at the tolls, they are the first ones to respond. Their parents, they hold us in high esteem. We have provided lots of employment for them. And when they are employed, they are not being judged or secluded. They just need to be near the vicinity of 5 kilometers. They'll be selected. They'll be, if they're found suitable, they'll be taken. No caste, no creed, no gender, no sexual orientation. Nothing is asked. I removed all these things from my candidate data forms. There's no, your name, your age, your educational qualification that's all we ask. So that's how we have been doing that. And to wrap it all in a way that it makes sense to you, because I've been rambling, from a migrant child story to currently in IRB infra, then how does it all tie up? It all ties up with the identity. You link your identity to society, then you are tied with the society. And society is majority in a herd community. It will take you along with that. Without, it will trample your thinking. It will crush your independence. Be brave to fight, to think what is right. You should be doing for yourself, your family, your society, your country, your nation, your world, everywhere, because we all are part of one globe, right? Vasudev Kutumbakam has been our mantra written in the Vedas, Vasudev Kutumbakam. So unless you have mother, father, younger brother, obedient son, disloyal uncle in the family, it's not same, right? It's all part of family. So you accept their differences, but still they're part. So same way, we should think for the company also, for the organizations also. These are the resources, if you think like CFO, these are the resources which we can utilize to increase our ROI. These are the resources, if you are HR guy like me, then you can say these are the human resources I can use for progress of my company. These are the strategists who are sitting there. Who knows which bright idea they bring. So be yourself. Don't shy away from voicing your own thoughts and feelings, provided you're genuinely concerned and genuinely thorough, authentic yourself. If you are, then you don't bother about the society. Society will follow you later on. First they ridicule, then they ignore, then they follow. That's the way it goes. So same thing to my message to all D&I practitioners and learners and the theorists armchair theorists, practical people like Ankit. He is my hero. Okay, so follow them.
Thank you so much, Wg Cdr Taneja. May I request Ms. Ketaki from Team IDF to present a token of appreciation to you. Request you to come to the center of the stage, please. Thank you.